Hello, my wonderful people. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by today for another wonderful and exciting tutorial. If this is your first time of stopping by on this channel and you haven't subscribed, please do so, and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. In today's tutorial, as the title suggests, we will be cutting and sewing a wrap dress. So I have previously made a video on how to draft the pattern. I will leave the link on how to draft the pattern in the description box below. So if you haven't watched that already, be sure to watch that. So today I will be using an African print to cut and sew this dress. So the first thing that we're going to do is to cut out our pattern pieces. So this is the back. The back is going to be cut on a fold. So you're going to fold your fabric into two and place your back pattern piece on a fold, okay? Now you just go ahead and pin it down, making sure everything aligns properly. So once you finish pinning it down, you go ahead and cut out your back piece out. Okay, so this is my back piece, and also after you cut it out, you go ahead and transfer the dots on the fabric. You can do this using a tracing wheel, or you just do the measurement over. I showed you how to do that during pattern drafting, so you can watch it thoroughly, and if you don't understand anything, please leave your questions in the comment section below. Okay, so after you've cut out the back, it's now time to cut out the front piece. So the front piece is, like I said before, is going to have two pieces. Okay, so now you're going to place your fabric right side facing, and I'm just showing you how to remove any label on your fabric. You just run an iron over it and then it peels right off. All right, so make sure you iron your fabric. If it's all wrinkled up, you will iron it correctly so that when you cut out your pieces, you will not have like excess. All right, so after that, you place um your front pattern. So like I said, your fabric is going to be right side facing up. Okay, so we're going to cut our one piece and then we'll flip over the pattern to cut the other side out. So this is going to be for the right side. I'm cutting out the pattern that will be on your right side first. So you go ahead and pin it down and go ahead and cut them out. All right, so after you've cut it out, you place that on your fabric so that you can match it up with the other side. Okay, so with your fabric still facing right side still facing up, you flip over your pattern, and as you can see, I left the one that I already cut out before so that I can make sure that they will match when I cut it out. All right, so you go ahead and pin your pattern again. So if you're using a patterned fabric like I'm using, it's beneficial to leave the one that you already cut out before, so that way you'll be matching the patterns on your fabric. So now you can remove the one you already cut out and go ahead and cut the one for the left side. And now this is the one for the left side. And then you're going to label that and place back your pattern to extend the lines for the dot. And you can also do this by notching the lines. You notch the hip line, the waist line, the bust point line, and also the chest line. So after you've done that, you just go ahead and draw the lines, extend the lines. Okay, now so you for the front dress, you're going to just to place the darts, you just get your measuring tape and then you measure the lines so that you know where the dart will start. And then you're going to transfer that measurement to your fabric like this. So you're going to do that the same thing for the hip line. You measure where the darts will start and then you transfer that to your to the fabric. So you're going to do the same for all the lines and then you go ahead and draw the nipple to nipple line. And then on the waistline, you mark a half inch on both sides. On the bust point, you come down by 1 inch. On the hip line, go up by 2 inches and then you create your dart. Okay, so I'm just showing you a different way, another way you can, transfer your darts. Like I said, you can use your tracing wheel and transfer the dart from your pattern to your fabric. So after you've created your dart, you pin it together and then you sew that first. Okay, so you're going to do the same for the other piece. You do the same for the other front piece. All right, so I've gone ahead and sewn the darts and I've also joined the shoulders. All right, so I also sew the back darts. So now we are going to attach the ties that we use to tie on the side. So the length of the tie I'm working with is 28 inches for the big ones, and then you're also going to have the small ties, about 8 or 10 inches that you fold and tie. These will be going inside. And now you also cut out a very long piece. This will be our facing that will go from hemline all the way to the neckline and all around. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to attach the ties. Like I said, the long pieces is 28 inches in length and 2 inches in width. And then the small ties is about 10 inches. So for the facing, you just cut a long piece. You can also use a bias to do your facing, but I prefer to use the same fabric. All right, so you start pinning the facing from the hemline, just like I showed you here. And then when you get to the waistline, this is where we attach one of the ties. This one is going to be the small tie that will be going inside. So you're just going to place that tie on the waistline, and then you place the facing over it and continue pinning on the neckline. I hope you guys are understanding what I meant. So you continue pinning your facing. This is the back. This is the back neckline. You continue pinning your facing. So the facing is right side, facing the right side of the main dress. Okay. So you continue pinning all around. Now, when you get to the other side of the waistline, we'll be attaching one of the long ties. So you see how I'm doing it here. So you're going to place it, and then you place the facing over it like this. Okay. So this one will be one of the long ties is going to be on the outside, and the other piece was on the inside. The smaller piece was on the inside, as you can see. So now I have finished attaching it, and then after attaching it, you go ahead and sew it and also top stitch the facing. All right, after that, you're going to turn your fabric inside out. We're going to be attaching the other ties on the side seam. Okay, so now when you're going to attach one of the long ones on the side seam. So now to attach that, you go up by 2 inches from the waistline, like we did when we drafted the pattern. Okay, so now you're going to put your tie inside like so, and then you're going to pin it down. You pin it down there on the side seam. Okay, now on the other side is where we attach the other small one that goes inside, and you're going to do the same. You also mark the 2 inches, and then you place it in between those marks. So you're just sandwiching that between the side seam, as I'm showing you right here. So now you pin it down, and then before you sew your side seams, you're going to measure your correct measurements. That's your bust measurement, your waist measurement, and your hip measurement before you now sew your side seams. So remember, we use that 1 inch as seam allowance. So you're going to mark that out on the chest line, and you do the same on the waistline. Mark 1 inch on both sides. So this will be your seam allowance. Then you do the same on the hip line. Okay, so now you're going to sew close the side seams. All right, so I've sewn them, and then this is This is how it looks like, and then you see I'm tying the small pieces, and then the two long pieces will be tied to the side. So this is what the dress is looking like so far, and then we are going to be attaching our sleeve. I'm using a bishop sleeve, and if you're interested to know how to create a bishop sleeve, please leave a comment down below and I'll do a tutorial on that. So these are my sleeves. I'll be gathering a little bit on the top, and then the bottom will have an elastic. So I am going to do that, and I will show you guys what it looks like. So now I've attached the sleeves. Okay, so this is the sleeve. I've already attached it, and now I left a casing for the elastic, which I'm going to put now. I'm using a very thin elastic. Um, so in order to get the weight of the elastic, you measure around where you want your sleeve to end, and then you cut that out. Then you put a safety pin, and thread it all through the sleeve. After which you will close up the end when you're done. Okay, so go ahead and continue thread around, and after you put the elastic, you close off the ends. I've done a tutorial on how to do this earlier, and then you hem the bottom of your dress, and pretty much you're done with the dress. As you can see, it came out looking good. And so yeah, this is how you make a wrap dress. It's very easy tutorial, and very fun to make. So if you have found this tutorial helpful, please do like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you soon on my next video. Bye bye for now.